You love being on camera, don't you? Babies? You want babies?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 7? 2. Wow. All right. Well, that's gonna come from somewhere. You don't fit the normal, naive Filipina
Yeah.
from the province. It's just not who you
I
are.
told you I'm not that person who's stuck on their comfort zone. Of course, I'm Filipina, so I love like doing like dance, content for my TikTok.
So on the channel, guys, you can shout out to Ella directly. She's reading all the comments. She gets excited about the new subscribers that come on board.
Well, if there's a good opportunity in the province, so well, I will take it.
Guys, welcome back to our channel. Scott and Ella here. We are the Filipina-Australian family, and we are here just to share how it's gone since we met, got engaged, got married, moved to Australia, and then some, right? All right. You guys have been pretty active in the comments. Thanks for that. Right now, we thought we'd just do a little meet and greet. We've never really gone into who we are as individuals. We see a lot of questions about,
Yeah.
what does a Filipina think about this, and what should I do
Mm-hmm.
in this situation? Well, guess what? She doesn't necessarily fit into all those stereotypes. So that's good and bad. So one, good, you can give advice, right?
Yeah. I want
What?
to give this advice for those especially stereotype people.
So we can all have a laugh and share about like what works and what in certain situations, or in some cases very painful. A lot of people have had some experiences. But
Yes.
let's get to know Ella. This episode is all about Ella.
Me.
Ella Bella.
Alla
So
Bella Dia Bella.
let's jump into it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. How about rapid fire questions? Let's go. Favorite color?
I'm red.
Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
What do you prefer, Australia or Philippines?
Australia.
Okay. What other countries have you visited so far?
Singapore. Malaysia. Bali. And this Australia.
All right, all right. And tell us a little bit about like your upbringing. We're not gonna do the age reveal,
Mm-hmm.
not yet. What do you like to do in your spare time? What do you like to do in your spare time?
I love. Okay, let's start. Okay. Of course, I'm Filipina, so I love like doing like dance, practicing, making some content for my TikTok,
Yes.
and then I love trying some dress that I haven't wear. So I love fashion style. It's kind of like I want to be like a model.
Aha. All
Yeah.
right. So that's good. There's a little bit there for people to jump onto.
And then, by the way, I love also like I'm not good at singing, but I love singing. So last time I just like ruined my vocals.
She always tries to get me to get these like karaoke machines where it makes your voice
Yeah.
beautiful, and I just can't be.
Auto-tune.
I cannot be convinced. I think just train your voice and get good
Yeah.
at it. I say. Okay, so what else? People might have seen the video about you doing like landscaping and yard work.
Yeah.
That wasn't me asking you to do that. You
Yeah.
you just were
It's
kind of like,
my own decision. Like I want to help you like that, and then because I am planning to plant some flowers there, make it beautiful. It's really nice when you when you wake up in the morning and you're gonna say, "Good morning, everyone," and then you can see it's flowers, full of life, beautiful colors.
okay, so like and that's just something you like to do. But is it all new to you? Like, have you ever done that before?
Yes, I already did that before, even when I was like in the Philippines.
Right.
Like our front yard and backyard is I plant some flowers, and in backyard naman is like vegetables. So yeah.
Okay, so where does that all come from? Like, I think this is where people are curious about, wow, how can I find a girl like you? And I know, guys, I know I've heard it before, and I actually am guilty of that too. Sometimes I've seen people, foreign couples and relationships, and I was envious. I'm thinking, this is years ago. I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it be nice if I could kind of have a relationship that had that chemistry?
Yeah.
So what is it about? What makes you so special?
I am a province girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like, so I don't live. I haven't. Yeah, I don't live in city, which is province and city is kind of different.
Did you ever have? So what about hopes and dreams? So when you're like province, you know that the city is different, right?
Yeah, but I never ever dreamed to be in the city because I hate crowded people. I hate like buildings, and then city is kind of like polluted by vehicle, which is, I don't like it. Which is, I love province because everything is fresh air. I love trees, plants, animals, birds.
Okay.
City, there's no birds.
What about the important stuff like around money? Really, like money, working, like cities. I think people go to the cities to work. If I got that
Yeah,
right.
so there are some like minimum wage from it's a province wage and city wage, so it's kind of different. Well, if there's a good opportunity in the province, so well, I will take it.
Okay. So the timing when we met, you had already been working
Yeah.
for like a year or something like that,
Mhm.
and I guess that's probably an important thing to mention because if we had met a couple years later, do
Mhm.
you think eventually you would have gone to the city to, eventually
Well,
either
I think
go
so.
study
Well, I think so.
or earn income?
Yeah, I think so. I will be in the city for sure, but we don't know then. But for sure, maybe yes. It depends on what opportunity
Right.
they offer to me.
So you mentioned in the previous episode you've got your family members, but
Mm-hmm.
you are the
Eldest one.
right. And what kind of responsibilities go along with that?
So I'm the eldest one. It's not like full responsibility. It's kind of like, as a Filipino, it's our thing to help parents. Like, not not like you're gonna take all the responsibility. Just like have some like help, because like without them you will never be on that position. So we call that word utang na loob, which is I don't know what's the English word.
All right.
Like, you have to look back, like that, just help, but it doesn't mean like you're gonna take all the responsibility. We call that, it's a Filipino thing, especially for those Western people. They don't really understand what is that, because we grow up in different cultures. So I hope people will respect about that.
Okay. So, but everything else about your childhood would have been relatively normal, I guess.
Yeah,
Like
it's very normal.
school.
School. I mean,
Is it lots of religion, like Catholic
I'm
school,
not.
or
Um.
I mean, the schooling itself is it sort of very
Yeah. So my school,
strict and religious?
not really, not very strict, but we have this kind of thing like religious also. Like, we have some like every Friday, like mass, go to the church, and then we have also subjects about Christian living education. Just like, yeah, but I believe to what I'm talking about. I'm not that very religious,
Mm-hmm.
so like I respect, but not. Mm-mm.
What about your knowledge about the rest of the world? So this would be interesting for people to understand what your perspective is. Like you had TikTok,
Mhm.
and you could pretty much see all the trends.
Mhm.
What else? What like did you know a lot about different countries, or what did you know about things outside the Philippines?
So, of course, there we have like different. Like what I said earlier, we have different cultures. So, for my own knowledge, um, in different countries, they are like open minded. That's what I know. Open minded. And then in the Philippines, some of them open minded, but there is still like kind of toxic mindset.
Okay,
But we don't know. In different countries, they also have that, which is like they stuck on what they believe. Same with the Philippines.
but and then I guess I'll kind of help you out with this a little bit because yes, you got access to
Mm-hmm.
information if you want to, but you still need to have load, right? You need to
Yeah.
have access to
Yeah.
you have access to it, but you're not necessarily all the time because of the
Mm-hmm.
expense.
Yeah.
Pay for the internet. Did you have internet all day, every day?
I don't have internet. No, not every day.
And it's not necessarily common. I mean, maybe some households have Wi-Fi and so
Yeah,
on.
it's not really common in the Philippines. Like maybe like 40% people doesn't have like internet. They just like what do you call that? Depending on data,
Yeah,
which is you can use data without credit that load.
right. so they can have Messenger
Yeah, I
unlimited.
can message you, but I can't do video calls. I can see picture, I can see video, but we can still communicate.
So that's and then did you have like a sense of where you wanted to go? Because we met and
Mm-hmm.
you already kind of had like some plans and
Yeah,
things like that, and I was trying to fit into that actually.
yeah.
Like, where did all that ambition come from? Like, where did you?
You mean like
Yeah, you talked about like high school. Obviously, you finished that.
yeah, before I met you?
Yeah, and then after that, there was like plans or ideas
So
to go to school for future career.
yes. So when I was like after I graduate, like I really wanna be like accountant. I don't know, but just like I love computing numbers like that, and I realized another is like I wanna be like a bit actress, because it's kind of like interesting, like show your different personalities, even it's just an act, which is like I think I'm good at that. That's why people like me understand my reaction, my body language. So and then another is like I wanna be like a model, but I'm not that flawless. No, I mean like I'm not that flawless.
Like a real.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah. So I still have those some insecurities in my body, but now I think I learned how to love myself.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's. Do you think apps like TikTok and stuff gives you a chance to practice your creative and like
Yeah,
personality, like
yeah,
confidence and things?
yeah. Because of TikTok, gave me different ideas, a lot of ideas about fashions, about like life, about everything. Mm-hmm.
So people might be wondering about like again the dynamic between you and me,
Yeah.
who's working, who's supporting, who's helping
Mm-hmm.
with the yard work and the house
Yeah.
cleaning and everything. You are a busy girl ever since I
Mm-hmm.
met you, with lots of reasons. But
Yeah.
what keeps you busy? Like, what do you like to do, and what's your work? Like, what do you like to do? What do you want to be doing for work all the time?
You mean like
Just like projects and like I mean, basically, it's everything to do with content, right?
oh yeah. So I love working with a brand as a content creator. It's like UGC creator, like user generated content creator. So if those people doesn't know what is UGC, it's kind of content creator who's working with different brands without contract, and then what do you call that? Um, which is like you can get a free products plus with salary with they will pay you, but it depends on how much you can offer. And then as of now, I think all of the brands are working with UGC because they can, what do you call that? They can afford that budget. Unlike with influencer, it's about like followers like that, and then it's a bit like expensive maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, people, I mean, our audience isn't going to be totally
Mm-hmm.
into that, but the idea that you created something from, well, it's you're sort of riding this trend of like, if you know TikTok and you
Yeah.
know that style of short video
Mm-hmm.
and real product use, you
Mm-hmm.
got your phone and you've
Yeah.
got unboxings and like,
Yeah.
but more than that, like skincare,
Yeah.
Airbnb tours,
Mm-hmm.
lots of stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people like told me like I am so young. Well, let's just say it's about skincare. Don't neglect your face or your, you know.
Yeah, and so that's kind of the interesting piece because you came from somewhere where there wasn't a lot of opportunity,
Yeah.
and but you found at least you kind of took it to the next level. So it would be experimenting. There was
Yeah.
no real
And actually,
contracts. People
yeah.
weren't chasing you, right?
Actually, I am interested to have my own brand also, like that. I don't know, but just like I love being, you know, presenting that presenting to people that you have your own thing to show it to them. You know what I'm talking?
For sure. So that's next always like next
Yeah.
something that might be coming. So that's kind of where we came together, guys. Is that I
Mhm.
have some experience with those kind of things, and I could see that she had a really motivated
Mhm.
drive, but not like too much. Also, not
Yeah.
obsessed.
I'm not really obsessed because like I'm balancing my time course, I'm a wife, so it should be like 50-50, not always put yourself into the work. So always think that you have something half of your life
Yeah.
that you need to, what do you call that? Just like you have still a responsibility as a wife.
Okay. So that's where I think a lot of the people are imagining more the traditional,
Mm-hmm.
like, interracial couple or different
Mm-hmm.
culture, cross-cultural, where you've got someone that's more traditional and somebody
Mm-hmm.
that's like wants to be doing what they do, maybe
Mm-hmm.
the breadwinner and all that. So are we a traditional couple, do you think?
We're not really traditional. We are new generation,
Okay.
modern.
And every day is a little bit different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, very.
So we're just, I guess, taking it one day at a time.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to hear all the people speak up about, oh, like, everyone's
Yeah.
they're just salivating, thinking, oh, this is going to be,
Exciting.
no, they're thinking it's going to be a train wreck. They're thinking it's going to be, I'm going to make, well, I've already made the mistake. I brought you to my country, right?
Yeah.
So,
Is it a mistake?
well, this is where, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a mistake, but maybe it depends on how they see it. Maybe like what I said, maybe they are being like stereotype people. They are just like stuck on what they experience. So they will think that all everything is the same. Please, 2000, it's gonna be 2024. Don't be a toxic. It's new generation.
Well, I think,
Are you scared that maybe all those people like scared that woman will be like level up than the man?
yeah, maybe there is a wave of, like, they call it empowered. I don't know if you've
Mm-hmm.
heard that term, but
Yeah,
it's sort of,
empowered.
it's like, so even if there's a traditional, like, Filipina,
Mm-hmm.
they've got access to internet, they've got access to online dating,
Mm-hmm.
they've got, hopefully the men that they're meeting
Real.
are like good quality, as in
Mm-hmm.
not, like you said, toxic or
Yeah, I hate toxic.
abusive in a sense of like
Mm-hmm.
manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like a manipulative guy.
yeah, there's a wave there. Like things evolve naturally, right? So
Yeah.
maybe once upon a time you'd get the what do you call them? Like the expats that are just chasing down like
Mm-hmm.
quick relationships. Let's call them that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that probably still happens quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't even. I don't think you even knew about those kind of things. We did some traveling.
Yeah.
We went through Cebu,
Mm-hmm.
and you get exposed to like the bars, the clubs, and
Yeah,
the.
but yeah, I get exposed about that, but like what I said, it's not my thing. So I always like I don't want to go there. Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't come from a place of like desperation.
Yeah, I'm not.
Um, what about? Is that because like your family's like super rich, or is it because, um, yeah, like what?
Well, maybe because like
How do you get?
my parents before they were strict, so they like not really stop me, but give me some knowledge that doing that thing is not really like good like that. Maybe even it's give you some peace of mind, but for me no. And then like what I said, um I'm not that person who doesn't have knowledge.
And like you would have come from, let's just say, where your area, it's like normal.
Yeah.
You weren't above everyone else and you weren't below anyone else, but it was
Mm-hmm.
just like kind of like content, and
Yeah, I don't even drink.
yeah, and like you're not wasting a lot either. So
Yeah.
there's just enough income to put the food on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and very resourceful. I found when I visited
Yeah.
there, everyone's like helping each other out,
Yeah.
doing
And
what they can.
we also have like, you know, like land in our backyard, which is like we plant some vegetables which is like we can use for daily living, you know.
Yeah, so those are skills that are lost, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in most Western parts of the world, right? Nobody's really going to be able to cultivate their own
Yeah.
land, really. I mean, they have to be really specialized
So
to get
yeah.
into that. But that's a natural part of your upbringing, right?
Yeah. And another's like I'm curious like why people always say this, like if you bring your Filipina to your country, she will change. How did you know? Are you are in our situation so that you can say that? So don't be like, don't stuck. Don't be on the always on that, what do you call that, mindset. Open your mind.
Alright.
Think big,
Think big, right?
like that.
So Ella is here. I'm here to help, represent that space. We're not here to change people's minds. We do have a laugh at the comments because it's pretty much to be expected.
Yeah.
We're not.
We already expect that that's gonna be some of people.
Yeah, but it's a healthy discussion, right? And I think the more time people try to fall back on the same old, oh, she wants your green card. She's
Yeah,
gonna
well,
take all your
I
money.
don't see green card.
I think we're both risk takers, and
Yeah.
maybe that's probably what stands out as a bit different.
Yeah, that's why we are like a bit like like same vibes.
We can ride the uncertainty is probably the best way to say that. So, yeah, let's hear about it. Let's continue to hear about what could go wrong, what's happened in your guys' lives, or what you've heard happen. Look, I got it from family members when I don't know if I told you, but when I was trying to introduce that I'm looking to commence a new relationship, engagement, and everything. They were digesting first of all the nationality, because they had some stereotypes about Filipinos in general, and then then you add in, well, she's younger by some years, and then so they layered that in as well. So yeah, it's definitely good for us to hear those things because and not only us but other people in that same situation.
Yeah.
But this is all about getting to know you.
Yeah. So like, I hope people.
Ella.
Yeah. It's about me. So I hope people will like get some ideas, and then they will give some ideas like what I said, and then they will they will awake on what they think about me, those bad things. Even I can't control that, but at least I can give some help.
So on the channel, guys, you can shout out to Ella directly. She's reading all the comments. She gets excited about the new subscribers that come on board.
Yeah.
And that, but you're basically subscribing to, this is her project, I'm here because this is our family life.
Yeah.
We're growing and doing lots of cool, interesting things.
So we're building these channels for our family, so they will, like when they grow up, they say just in case we were having kids like that. So when they grow up at the right age, so they can see our videos like that. So like, oh, they will have an idea. Oh, this is my parents before, like that.
So just to give you a little teaser on some content that could come, I think maybe it's months, years away, but being a family-oriented person, babies. You want babies? 1, 2, 3, 7, 2. Wow. All right. Well, that's gonna come from somewhere. And and then other than that, you do a lot of like inspirational type stuff. Like once you learn something, I feel like you're contributing back to the community. So like UGC creators, you're always like posting tips, what you learn. Hey guys, here's how I did it, and I think that's kind of a neat thing. So I would say you're not. Again, I've looked at different opportunities for relationships. You don't fit the normal, naive Filipina from the province. It's just not who you are.
I told you, I'm not that person who's stuck on their comfort zone. I'd rather to leave my comfort zone and be like, get some big ideas.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Again, if you're living a simple life and fresh to the foreigner game, and there's a lot of happy relationships there too. So I would say go for that. But, guys, definitely want to be on your best behavior. Watch out for the scammers. I can't wait to do an episode on the scammers because I definitely got scammed.
Yeah. So like those people who said like, don't bring your girlfriend to their country, well, you're just being selfish. Then don't go to their country. Just like 50-50. You don't let her to go to her country, to your country. Please don't go to her country.
All right, well done. She got a little fire there. Okay, well that you got a good taste. If we did 25 minutes of the episode, just so you got a little bit of that fire, I'm happy that was a worthwhile recording.
Those people who think that I'm keeping distance with him, well, because like I love this handle, that's what I'm doing. But don't worry, I love this guy.
And you know what? There's good days and bad days. Let's see. They want to see the drama though. So are we gonna bring some drama?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, guys. You can't you can't just live this perfect. We're not going to be just showing you the polish, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the minute we have a little blow up, we're going to share that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we'll share the lessons, how to get through it. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
The obstacles. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we got our little bucket there. Can we just show the bucket as a little bit of a reminder? This is the Filipino question bucket,
Yeah.
officially. It's empty, but we
So-
got about 20 questions in there. We need to fill it up. So please send through some comments.
Yeah, some questions, and we'll talk about that. And please don't forget to give us like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will always be updated to our next video.
And if you want to flip the roles, and you want to know about Scott the entrepreneur, all his successes, all his failures, and how he got through some of those interesting times,
Yeah.
we'll do that as well. You can reverse it and do me like that.
Yeah, we will talk about, and also we will share our goal, especially like that as a couple. It's a couple goal.
So we'll do one of you, one of me, and then
Yeah.
we'll come together and do one
Yeah,
final.
we're doing this, and then we're excited to share it to you guys, and thank you very much.
And it's easy for us to upload these daily, so let's just keep it going. All right?
Yeah.
Give us that subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye.